Okay, so let's start the demo. Let me share. You should be able to see my screen now. Okay. If not, you can let me know.
Yes, I'm able to see it.
Okay, fine. So we'll start with our introductions. Okay, what I will do is I will introduce myself. Okay, and then you people can do a brief introduction about yourself, and then we can discuss about the demo. As you know, my name is Sridhar Reddy. I am working as a project manager in India. That's in Hyderabad, and I have around 15 years of experience. Okay, I started my career in 1999, where Y2K boom was there, and then I involved in dot-com boom, and then I involved in all the major modern technologies like all the agile processes or .NET or Java, including some kind of ERP implementations as well as CRM implementations. So in last 15 years, I have worked in for several customers, right from Microsoft to small level customers as well, dealing with all kinds of the project management level, including the requirements and development, implementation, etc. And coming to this training, this was actually one of our internal training in way back in 2008. Okay, wherein the recession was there, and the Indian companies are recruiting people only in US rather than sending them on site, at least for the functional development, functional consultant jobs. So at that time, I started this giving for our internal purpose for our own employees. But later on in 2009, I started giving this to the other people. Okay, so in the same on-the-job kind of format. So this training is going to be very rigorous and very on-the-job kind of training, which I'll explain you in the next couple of slides. Okay, so what is the approach of the training is. Okay. And the demo objective is here to explain you what is a BA job is. Okay, if you are not aware of, okay, in given real time what exactly happens in a BA job, and what are the skills required, and whether it is suitable for you or not. Whether also how the training, online training goes on, the complete approach, so that you can decide whether you can go on with this training or not. Okay, so that's what all about from my side. I would request you to give your introduction with in alphabetical order, like what is your qualification, experience, and why do you want to this course. So let's start with Ami. Ami, please. I think you muted, Amisha.
Yes, I was muted. Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. So I graduated as a Bachelor in Science in Biology Chemistry, and I was not able to find any job for myself. So I thought to do something different, and I came to know about this through my cousin, and I was like, okay, let me just see how it goes, and if I'm pretty much interested, then I definitely want to go forward with this.
So do you have any knowledge about what is a BA job is?
I do have a little bit knowledge of it, just the basic understanding of what BA do.
Can you briefly tell me, or?
Yes, the goal for BA is to have certain kind of skills. We have to get all the documents done from the stakeholder, like what are the requirements they have for any of the website or any of the things that they have to open. We have to have all the documents ready for them and just make sure that whatever the requirements they need, we have to fulfill those requirements in our way. We have to use certain kind of methodologies to fulfill those requirements, and what can we do in software, what can we add in a software or hardware basis.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you, Abhi. Satya?
Yes. Yes, my name is Satya, and I'm based out of New York. And I have some friends who are in the IT industry, as well as specifically they are actual business analysts. And I have a bachelor's in psychology, I have an MBA in global management, and I do have some experience as far as SQL and HTML coding go. And so with my experience and my education and just knowing me personally, I had a few friends who suggested that this would be a very suitable position for me. So this is why I'm taking this training, and hope hopefully I'll learn a lot from you, and the hands-on experience is what I'm looking for. So I hope this is exactly what I was looking for, and it seems like I most likely will be. So.
Okay. Okay. Great. Great. So let us discuss about what the today's agenda is. Is I will talk about who is a business analyst, what are the qualities, what are the skills required, and I will explain you the course content with the proper approach of how the course goes on. Okay, I'll show you what is a career path for a BA job, and then schedules, and then finally question answer session. As you're only two people today, okay, so you can ask any questions whenever you have. That's not a problem.
Okay.
Let's start with the who is a business analyst. So generally, any person at this stage of taking the a demo, or interested in undergoing a training for business analyst, then you might have done some kind of research online and learning what is a BA job is. Okay, so if you look at any of those internet books or any articles or anywhere, the definition that you see will be something like this. A business analyst is a person who acts as a liaison between business people who have a business problem and the technology people who know how to create automated solutions to those problems. In a very simple one-liner, if you want me to translate that into a very simple, in English terms, then I can say a business analyst is a mediator between customer and programmer or programming team. So this is the definition that you will see anywhere, in a textbook or any, internet articles. So this is very theoretical, the definition. But actually, as if you are looking for a job in that, you need to understand in the real time, practical sense, what happens. So what I did is I tried to explain that in very practically. Okay, from my own experience, I can define the business analyst job into two parts. Okay, the part one is where you are a person who go to the customer's place, preferably in a face-to-face conversation, collect the requirements, okay, and document them. Okay, and then you'll analyze those requirements, whether they are within the scope of the project or not, whether they are technically feasible or not, with the help of your project manager, and then give a proper structure to the requirements of the project. But that is what your first part of your BS job. You have to go to the customer, use your oral skills in order to talk to the customer or end users and take the requirements, and then document them in such a way, okay, that you can understand whether the project requirements are within the scope of the project or not, and also help the project manager to give you technical feasibility of those requirements, and then finally give a structure to it. That is what your part one of your job. In the part two of your job, what you will do is basically you will make sure that there will be going to be several people involved in any software development project. For example, typically three teams will be involved. One team is, we call them as a customer, another team is an end user, and another team is a programming team. So these are the three people who are involved typically in any software project. So what I wanted to ask you is, if any of you, like Satya, if you can give me what is the difference between these three, or at least these two, customer and end user. Can you do that?
Yeah, the customer is basically anyone on the business side, whether it is the finance department or the management of, whoever it is, any users in the company. And the actual programming team would be the developers, and the end users would also be anyone, say, if it's Bank of America, the actual customer who has an account with Bank of America, he's the end user who would go on the website and utilize whatever, to check his online statements or whatever. So that's what an end user is. And the customer is basically the business side of the entire situation. So BA basically deals with the customer and finds out their requirements, and is basically exactly what the first sentence is saying, is the liaison, to relay those requirements to the programming team so that, they can implement it and come out with exactly what the customer is looking for.
Okay. Yes, that is exactly correct. Okay, so generally what we do is, just a second, I'm not losing this annotation tool. Okay, yeah. So what I can say is, let's say, whatever you said, that is exactly correct. So typically the customer is a person, okay, who is a decision maker, you can call them. So generally you can call him as a decision maker, or you can say the business sponsor, or you can say the project owner. So for example, like the CEOs or CXO, or or you can say general manager or head of the department, business unit, etc. And those are the people who will be typically the decision makers are. So similarly, like when you look at the end users are those people, okay, who are going to use the application at the end of the day. So let's say if you take an example of Bank of America, you can say that any let's say sales executive or sales manager, or let's say you consider about a relationship manager or a branch manager or an accountant, or whoever there in that particular department, or they in that particular uh, uh, department who is going to use that particular application is who we call them as end users. Okay, and again in the programming team will be like very simple. It is like all the people involved in the IT companies, which includes the project manager, generally the technical architect. Okay, you have a DBA, you will have programmers, you'll have testers, you'll have UI experts, you'll have technical writers. Of course, you will be there as a in a technical in a project management team. So these are all the people who involved in any IT project. Okay, so now the documents that you are developing, this particular requirements document that you have developed, is going to be used by all these people. Okay, one or the other way, all of them are going to use that. Now just imagine what is just by looking at this their titles of the jobs. Okay, you can imagine what would be their educational qualifications, what could be their experience both in the professional and personal front, and based on that you can also imagine what could be their what kind of the mindset or thought process they could have. For example, a CEO will be typically a person with a management graduate with 20 plus years of experience and excellent business acumen. He can take a decisions within a split second. Okay, and he will be talking all very crisp and clear. Whereas if you look at any sales executive, this guy may be a person with maybe 1 or 2 years of experience, maybe with a graduation. Okay, and his mindset will be narrowed down only to his own job, because he has not seen the life so much. So he will be having a thought process that goes till whatever his own experiences. Yeah, similarly the programmers are also. Okay, for example, let's say if I have to give you an example for this, okay, what I can do is, and let me give an example. This is not working. Okay, so let's say if you go to the customer, okay, this and this particular CEO, the CEOs will generally talk in one-liners. Okay, I'm not sure if you people are aware of this or not, but if you deal with any top management people, they will talk very crisp and very clear. Okay, generally in a bullet point kind of stuff, like one-liners. So if you go to the CEO says that I need an annual report for my Bank of America. Okay, very simple. Now, if you go to the end user, let's say sales executive, and ask him what is the annual report means for you. So the sales executive will say that whatever the sales he has acquired during this particular year is a annual report for him. If you go to the sales manager and ask him, because his thought process is big more than the sales executive, he will say that all the sales acquired by all the team members under him all the sales executives under him is what an annual report for him. Similarly, relationship manager, he will say that all the customers he has retained for that particular year is what a annual report for him. And the branch manager will talk about all the the expenditures and revenues incurred for that particular year is what an annual report for him. If you go to the programmers, let's say the programmers are in, there will be two types of, the programming teams. One is the on-site team, which is in US. Maybe all the programmers are, Native Americans. Then they will develop the application from January to December. Okay, if the programmers are American, then it will be January to December. Whereas if it is in India, offshore development team in India, then they will develop it from April to March. So for a simple example, for a simple requirement called annual report, if you have so many people can understand requirements in so many ways, then imagine what happens with the complex projects. The communication gap between all these people increases like anything, and sometimes project will be developed in a different format, or if a customer is expecting something and programming has done for something else. So the projects can fail also because of this communication problem. Hence, it is our job as a BA to make sure that all the people involved in this project, including the customer, end users, and programming team, are having a common understanding of the requirements of the application. The reason why you are ensuring that is because you are writing these requirements in your first part of job. Hence, it is your responsibility to make sure that all are on the same page. So for this purpose, you may require, let's say, you have a conflict among these two people, and what you will do, you will just call a meeting among both of them and put them in front of each other and resolve the problem. If all of them having a conflict, then we will call all of them and conduct a meeting and resolve the conflicts. Okay, first of all, you write a requirement in such a way, in such a structure that anybody can understand in one single meaning. I mean, that is what actually a BS job is. Okay. So of course nobody can do a perfect job, so definitely you will have some kind of conflicts during the development or during the implementation or any stage. Yes, even that time also you can solve the problem by conducting meetings or using different techniques. Those techniques are what BA techniques we call them. Yeah. So in order to do this job, generally what you can do is, what I can say is, let me erase all this. Okay, now what I can say, if you want to do this business analyst job, then primary skills that you require to have are, number one, yeah, the primary thing is you need excellent communication skills. Okay. Okay, so which includes verbal, textual, and visual. Okay. Verbal is, because you have to go to the customer and collect them, oral face-to-face communications, or for a matter, other even in other ways also you will be talking to several people, and you need to have excellent communication skills. Okay, so which is verbal communication skills. Textual is because you have to write or document so many requirements, hence you need very good textual skills. And visual is something where you need to explain the requirements in diagrammatical approach. Yeah, for which you will be using some tools or some kind of techniques. We call them as a UML concepts and UI concepts. Okay, that is for the visual part. And then you need to have very good analytical skills. Okay, in order to analyze what the customer is saying is correct or not, whether that is within the scope of the project or not, whether we can develop that within the project technical aspects or not, with the help of your project manager, of course. And then you require a very good facilitation skills, okay, in order to conduct so many meetings among so many people and make sure that all the people are on track in those meetings. So hence you require very good facilitation skills. And then finally the unique the BA tasks. Okay, if you do any job in your life, every job will have its own unique tasks, right? So let's say you worked as a the SQL person or a PLSQL or a DBA. Okay, you will be having a different task when you work as a rather than an HTML programmer, right? Similarly, for any job in your life, if you do something, you'll have your own unique tasks. So those unique tasks are around, typically you'll have around 50 to 60 unique tasks. Okay. So if you possess these things, then believe me, you can go anywhere in the world and work as a IT business analyst without any external support. Okay. And this training is going to be helpful to you in all these ways, like how to perform, how to use your communication skills for a BA job, how to use your analytical skills for the BA job, how to use or how to get facilitation skills, and how to learn what all the tasks a BA does in a day-to-day job. That is what basically our training is all about. So you're able to follow this? If you have any questions, you can ask me.
Yeah, I was just going to ask again if you can quickly, in like 1 or 2 lines, just explain again what is UML and UI concepts?
And these are the diagrammatical explanation of requirements. So whatever you write in a document here, you're writing in simple English.
Right, right.
Okay, so there is no guarantee that everybody can understand English in the same way as you can understand.
Right,
Or
right.
there may be a chance that you may not be able to write that on a paper. Okay, believe me, whatever you talk, if you ask, if you are asked to write down on a piece of paper, believe me, it is going to be a very, very difficult job, right?
Right.
Okay, so if you have ever tried, maybe during your education, you might have faced that. So that's what we'll have exams, right? So whatever you learn in the classes, verbally it is very easy. You understand everything. But if you want to put that on a piece of paper, then it's going to be a bit difficult. So similarly, like
Right.
only in the textual format is very difficult for several people to understand. And again, as I said, you're going to have so many people in this in this particular project. To explain them all of them in only in simple English is not possible. So for that, what we will use is we'll use some kind of diagrammatical approach or pictures. Like there is a
Right.
saying that 1,000 words is equivalent to one picture.
Right.
So if the person is not able to understand those 1,000 words, we are going to use a picture there. Okay. So you cannot
Right.
take any pictures here. So for that, we have a concept called UML, which is Unified Modeling Language, and the UI is
Okay.
user interface.
Okay. Okay.
So that's what this tool. Any other question?
No, I'm good from my side.
I'm good also.
Okay, great, fine. So then let me show you the course contents and explain you the course concept. Okay, the approach. So let me just browse through what is the course content, sir. So we'll start with the basic introduction and fundamentals, like who is the business analyst, what are the qualities, fundamentals of the BA job. Okay, what is the CMMI overview is. Yeah, what about the IIBA or something certifications part. Then what is the software development life cycle is, different methodologies used in the industry like waterfall, agile, scrum, etc. And then some part of the enterprise analysis, like what is a product or what is a services, and how a client gets their software done. Why the customers goes for the software, how they will get it done, okay, when, who, where, all this stuff. And then we'll start with the basic requirements. Okay, this is where the BA job starts. This is all the fundamental information, the general knowledge. And here the real thing starts, like understanding the IT hierarchy. Okay, this training suits for the people who are not from IT background, like like what AMI is. So if you do not have any idea how the IT project goes on, so here you will understand that what is the IT project hierarchy is. Okay, and then you learn some kind of internal things like what is a project chatter is, or what is the requirement process is, what is the RACI matrix. These are all the typical jobs, very routine jobs of a business analyst, like giving your own work estimations, okay, efforts and estimations, and the responsibilities, etc. And then the real stuff starts here, the requirements. Okay, what are the requirements, characteristics of the requirement, types of requirements, like you will have different types of requirements, like even I think I'm getting some noise from your side.
Oh, I
Yeah, now
don't
it's
know why.
no, now it's good. Now it's good.
Okay.
So like in the the first slide, I told you that you will be doing a lot of structuring. Okay, you'll do a structure to your requirements, right? At this stage. So the structure means you will be writing different types of requirements in different documents. So which includes the business requirements, user requirements, system requirements, functional, non-functional implementation, and UI requirements. Okay. And then you'll have different elucidation techniques, like the data analysis or surveys, diagrams, interviewing, focus groups, brainstorming, reverse engineering, prototyping, wireframes, chat, etc. And then the analysis part, which is an ongoing project, like classifying the requirements, prioritizing the requirements, validation, reviews, previews, walkthroughs, sign off, etc. And then the documenting all the requirements in different formats, like BRS or URS or FSD or SRS documents, etc. We'll discuss about all of them. Okay, how to write them, what are the rules to use for that. And then the UML, you are just asking me overview of a UML. Okay, and overview of what is object oriented approaches, and working with couple of documents which are primarily uh, for the business analyst purpose, which is use case diagrams and activity diagrams. Okay, and then we'll have our the requirements management, includes the requirement traceability matrix, change management, risk management, impact analysis, gap analysis. Okay, and then some kind of miscellaneous stuff like versioning repositories, keep up. These are all the miscellaneous, very simple tasks. Okay, but still, because you people are not into this particular job, you may not be having an idea how to do this. So I'm going to cover even that as well. And also, as a BA, you will be monitoring a testing team, so you can actually, you have to have some kind of idea about what these testers do in their job. So we are going to get the general idea of how to test, how the testing team works, like terminology they use. Okay, what is the QA, what is a QC is, what is the software testing is, what is the types of testing, testing levels, etc. And then finally the UAT, which is a user acceptance testing. Okay, now these parts I will explain you the approach. Okay, so the approach, this course is basically a 100 hours course. Okay, so which includes let me insert so here this is basically a 40 hours course. Okay, so wherein you will have classes from for 4 weeks. Okay, Monday to I think Monday to Friday, 2 hours a day. Anyway, in the during the training I will be using the WebEx, so that will have more annotation tools than this, but unfortunately these people don't use the WebEx, so I'm having this difficulty. But otherwise, when we go to the training, we'll have another the online platform which gives more better efficient tools, so it will be much faster than this what you're seeing now. Okay, I'm also facing some difficulties in identifying different tools here. So now this is a 4 weeks training. Okay, what happens is in this training on the day one, what I will do is, okay, we'll select number one, we will select a project for you, okay, preferably from your own life experience. Okay, and then what I will do is I will take a topic, okay, explain it, we'll implement that topic in your project, literally your own project. Okay, and then what I will do is I'll give you an assignment to work further on the same topic. Okay, maybe some, here if you say implementing the project, I will write down some 10 to 15 points for you, and here I will ask you to do some 20 to 25 points, let's say. Okay, and then the day 2 will start something like this. First thing is I'll review your work, okay, and give inputs. Okay, and then I will go to the next topic. Sometimes the topics will be so interrelated that if you finish the first topic, then only you should be able to go to the next topic. So in that case, then definitely I will stop that class and we will review only that, and maybe take some independent topics which will not have any relationship with other topics. But otherwise, generally I will prefer you to do this uh, homework same day, so that you can have the flow properly. Okay. So what I will do is, then I will take the next topic, and then again I will implement that, okay, for your project. Again, maybe some 20 points. Okay, and then what I will do is I will give you the same thing like the assignment. Work to on the same topic for you, where you have to write another 35 points. So this way what is happening is, okay, you are learning the topic on some kind of on the job kind of stuff. Okay, so to attend these classes you require 2 hours a day. Number one, the session, and to do this assignment you require another 2 hours of time. Okay, so generally if you want to take my training, you require a minimum of around 4 hours. Okay, of course we can flexibly do that by one hour also, but typically I would suggest to go with this way, so that you can do it and get it reviewed in your work, and then the less topic properly. Okay, and again you can ask me why it is from your own experience. I can give my own project. Okay, here you need to learn one more thing, because your students, that if your trainer is giving you a project, that means the trainer is well experienced on or completely know in and out of that project. So you ask any question to that project, he will be able to answer. If you go anything about the beyond that, generally they will tell you that okay, I will come back to you later, or give you some kind of reason. But if you think about giving a new project that is from your own life experience, okay, believe me, no trainer will accept it. Okay. But if you do that, okay, let me also clarify this. If you learn this from your own experience, you take your own project and implement these topics. That means you're not learning anything about this project. Okay, you don't need to worry about the project, because you know everything out of it. So what your botheration now? It's the topics. So here you have to spend more time on the topics and implement that. Because I'm taking it from the day one, I don't want you to give a project which will take around 15 days for you to understand. Okay, I can give any IT project from in the 15 years I have some hundreds of projects. So I don't want to give you any project that will take 15 days, and you will be something like you miss the it will not sync in general, because you need to take some time to understand the project. By the time I will be on some other topic. Okay. So that is why the first project, at least for the first project. Okay, and if you look at the second point, I can see that. So this is your 40 hours of sessions, that is whatever I explained here, and the 40 hours of assignments, making it end-to-end implementation for you. These are the assignments that I am talking about. And then after finishing these sessions, you can take another project, okay, which is a real-time project implementation. Again, this project, what I would suggest is, generally, okay, do not take it from your experience, but the second project should be from okay, anything. What I would suggest generally is, you have to search the jobs available in your local city, in your current location, or where you want to get a job, and find out what is the domain which is famous over there, or where the more number of jobs are available. Okay, what is the domain in your location, and take up that domain related project. Okay, I will give you the project for that, even though there is no relationship between the domain expertise and your BA job, but still, to boost your confidence. Okay, this helps you only to boost your confidence that you can work anywhere. Okay, that is the only reason why I would suggest you to go for a next project, second project, that is search in your local area and find out which domain area is that, very very famous, and then do it in your own. Then that will be making more confidence to you. So if you spend this 100 hours, okay, these 40 hours of sessions and 40 hours of assignments on a day-to-day basis, and another 20 hours of another second project, this 100 hours, then I can guarantee you that you can go anywhere and work as a BA, okay, without any external support. You don't need to look back to me. That I can guarantee you. That's why I say this. This is on the job. In fact, this is a proven concept of what we did for our own working employees in our company. So if you have any questions here, you can ask me.
Yeah, is this the better time for you? Like around this time, is this when the training would be occurring every day?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
What is your comfortable time? Hello.
Me, there's like a lot of noise in the background. I don't know. Yeah, this is fine. This is all right.
Okay. Yeah, Ami, any questions here?
No, actually, I am fine. Yeah, I was actually going to ask for the timings, but since this is a little bit late timing, can you do like an hour early? Because I know you're in India. Um, I don't know if you'll be able to do that.
Okay, no, but that can be discussed. Maybe you can discuss with Ramesh or Sangeeta. I mean, whoever your contact is. Okay, so you just talk to them. Okay, and okay, based on others, if everybody in the class, maybe in the first class we can start at this time, and in the class who are there, okay, we'll discuss with them, and everyone is okay. That should not be a problem. I don't think
Okay.
that would be a problem. So you can just talk to the person who sent you this link. Actually, I'm only a trainer. Okay, the person who schedules, and that's a different guy.
Okay.
Okay. Now, other than this, we are going to learn. No, this is not enough. Not finished. Okay. So you're going to. Okay. So this is all about that. So you got the topic-wise study materials. You'll get that. Okay. Case studies. That is your own project, and another second project also I'll give you. Okay, you're going to get a student portal. Okay. So this is only for our students. Okay, wherein you will have a lifetime membership or the access to the reference library. Okay, you will going to learn a library which will have hundreds of 500 plus resources, including text templates, documents that are required for the BA job, some textbooks, tutorials, etc. Okay, and then you will learn the tools, whichever the required tools, all the tools needed by a BA generally use. Okay, for example, the UML tools and the UI tools. Okay, and then some kind of collaboration tools will be there. Okay, some kind of collaboration tools and some kind of communication tools like SharePoint, etc., which are required for a BA job, will be having some kind of layer idea about that. So we'll learn all those tools which are important for the job, including the Word. Okay, Word, maybe you might have used in some way, but as a BA you need to do some lot of formatting stuff, which I'm going to teach you in this. Okay, and at the end of the day, finally, for certification, only in case if you are going for any IIBA certificate, then we'll give you a certificate that will help you for all the PD hours. Okay, so because you people are not having any experience, then this will not suitable for you at this stage. Maybe down the line, 4 years or 5 years, when you go for that, then we can go for that certification. Okay, so and then if I come back here. So this is the training approach, which will be purely focused on the real-time approach with case studies and resume services as well. Like, we'll give you the reviews are nothing but understanding where you're good at, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. Based on that, we'll create your resume in such a way that it will have all the catchy words and the flash words that you are comfortable with. And also at the same time, we'll discuss about how to face the interviews, or what kind of questions you can expect in the in the interviews, and how to answer them. This is online library where you will have 500 plus resources, including templates, textbooks, articles, calculators, a web member book, a classroom notes book, and I'll be updating that whenever I get some new items. Okay. And this is a career path where right now with your current experience and qualification, you can start here as an IT business analyst. MBS with 0 years of experience or a core IT team people can also join as a BA. And then after a few years, maybe some 4 or 5 years of experience, you can become a senior or lead business analyst, and where you will be managing different projects and different business analysts under you. And then after a few more years, maybe around a few more couple of years, you can become an SME or a business process consultant. The SME is a person, okay, who is we call them as a subject matter expert. So the SME is nothing but who actually worked in all these previous years, like this 4 plus 6 plus 2, around 10 plus years, a minimum of 10 years in only one particular industry or in one particular customer. So if you deal with only one particular industry for 10 years, even though you're in IT industry, you're a BA, okay, because your day-to-day interactions is only with this one particular industry, believe me, you will get every thing or all the knowledge of that particular domain. In that case, you'll be called as a domain expert or a subject matter expert in that particular domain or industry. But generally in IT companies, they don't deal with such kind of projects like only one industry forever. Okay, that's a risky thing. So they go for different verticals or different industries with the different levels of projects. Okay, in working in those kind of projects, like varied projects and varied industries, you will become a business process consultant, wherein that whichever the business it is, you will know how that process. Okay, what are the processes involved in that? That is called a business process consultant. In general, 80% of the people will become the business process consultants, and 20% of the people will become the SMEs. Okay. And then after a few years of experience, you can become a business or account manager. Okay. Or finally, you can become an independent consultant on your to work on your own as well. Maybe after under 5 years. So let's say 20 years of experience. So this is how the career path will be. And you will get greater salaries either as an experienced person or a fresher. When you compare the same profile in other domains like sales or programming, same profile, but you will still get a higher salaries. You will have an excellent job satisfaction because this is a functional consultant job where customer gives you respect and your programming team also gives you the respect, because you're only a communicator or a mediator between these two teams. So hence you will have a lot of job satisfaction and very good career growth, as well as shown in the last slide. So the course schedules, typically it will be from 6 to 8 a.m. But for you people, somehow they asked me to put it at 7:30. But anyway, that can be flexible and we can discuss that. You can directly talk to the person who is referred to you, so that they will be able to more give more information on that. So other than that, if there's anything about the training or anything about the contents or any general questions, you can ask me.
I am good.
Okay, great, Ami.
Yeah, and even an hour earlier, as Amy was saying, that I think that might work as well. So, I mean, I think she'll probably relay that to whoever she contacted, and I can also relay that to Ramesh, and then maybe we can, know that by Monday that it's an hour earlier, if that's okay with you. Like, I'm not sure if it's too early for you or...
No, that is fine for me. Actually, it's 8:30 here, so generally I start at 6 o'clock. So
Okay.
Today I started at 7:30, and that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So if you have no questions, then we'll wrap up for today, and just inform Mr. Ramesh or whoever you are contacting. Just give them feedback, and your questions will proceed from Monday. Then.
Sure.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
Anna.
for
Thank you.
demo.
Thank you.
Thank you.